I saw this article that in 2016, so I think it was 2016, somewhere around that time, the amount of Indigenous kids in foster care was a ridiculous amount. We've lost so many siblings, so many cousins to gang violence, suicide. And I know it's because of the foster care system and nobody wants to speak up. And it's hard for me to speak up too because I'm still working through it.
Of course.
But I work as hard as I can on myself because I know that I'm gonna be the voice for them. Because nobody listened to them. I'm gonna make them listen to me.
Us as people, Anishinaabe people, we survived throughout the land here. We got our clothing from the land. We got our shelter from the land. We got our food from the land. We got our medicines from the land. And this is how the Anishinaabe was gifted to be part of Mother Earth, to be part of creation. And also for the Anishinaabe to take care of Mother Earth. And that is why we're here today, to show you as young people, as children, to show you the different ways how we survived.
When we do our opening prayers with opening ceremony with the drum, it's all about children today, this week, and what we're doing. And the spirit of that creation comes and joins us, and enjoying the children and protecting the children from harm's way.
Kenora Chiefs is built within the organizations. The fundamental beliefs of who we are is our culture, our language, our traditions, our sacred responsibilities to our people.
Because the biggest issue right now with youth in the communities is the connection. Most youth have a very weak connection to family. And then that translates to issues within that family unit. And then that can kind of spill into community. And then it affects, the world around them. There's this saying that I heard many years ago is that the world has a way of making room for people who know where they want to go. What we're trying to do is exactly that. We're trying to provide enough room for people to know where they want to go. And the Strecker property is one of those mechanisms that we've put into place that's going to allow for that to happen.
That property is probably one of the best investments that Kenora Chiefs Ogima Wabitung has undertaken, because it's for our youth, it's led by our youth, and it's supported by all of our communities. It is absolute healing. Through implementing, living, breathing, leading by example, through our culture, and our traditions is what makes our communities so extremely strong.
News Magazine salutes Education Week with films of an Indian residential school 500 miles north of Toronto. It's one of Canada's 69 Indian residential schools, scattered in key locations as far north as the Arctic Circle. They have a total of 11,000 pupils.
We all know that what happened out west in regards to residential school, that was kind of part of the whole strategy to assimilate the Anishinaabe people into mainstream society. And the word that comes to mind in regards to, I guess, colonization is Amchigushi Yateze. But to kind of prevent that, and I've kind of used it more than often, especially within my community, we call it Biskabawin, which is the journey home, which obviously gets us back to who we were as Anishinaabe people.
Folks learning and understanding their culture creates a foundation for life. And that's what we build on with our youth, is helping them identify and work and know their culture. A lot of them are living day to day, trying to survive. And that's our communities, like it's survival. They're in survival mode. So how do you move forward and identify a purpose if you're in survival mode every day? So that's where we come in, and we're trying to help them move out of the survival mode into finding a purpose and guiding them.
Coming here and seeing like all these people like jumping to help you in your life is like, oh my God, this is so nice to see, because I know so many people that like need this. I just wish this was here before, because I lost so many friends and cousins because nothing like this was around. And it's just so nice to see all these kids, these girls, finding resources.
Our legacy is vitally to make our kids strong. It's a different world for them now, right? And they gotta learn better than what we did, learning from history, how to move things forward and do it so that we're never, ever, ever looking back.
A lot of the people that work at KCA are working for the people. And that's one of the things that's really important for when we're speaking with and listening to the youth, is that that voice is never going to be silenced like it has been.
We take our direction from our people, which is why at the end of the day, when we need to go back to them for support, they provide that support to us. Every bit of servicing, every program, every resource goes into taking care of our people. I know that's why we've seen such great success, is because that's the foundation of who we are, and that carries into everything that we do.
Hit the bases, wrong way, guys. There you go, there you got the idea.
We like to take the youth and open up opportunities that have never been presented to them before for growth. We now are running an equine therapy program, horse therapy program, a lot of land-based healing programming. sports opportunities, baseball, volleyball, mountain bike riding.
We are drivers and movers and shakers in our All Nations Health Partners. And we formed these partnerships which have led to an Ontario Health Team. When they said we couldn't, we did. When they said you shouldn't, we went and did it anyways. And when they said you weren't going to succeed, chances are it's not going to happen, we succeeded.
We really need to look at ourselves and look at what happened in our First Nation communities and understand it. Not criticize it, but understand it. And as Canadians, we need to be proud of our country. And I don't think we can be until we actually reach out and help out and help change the wrongs back into the right.